All right, all right, all righty, all right. What is going on, everybody? My name is Pete, but you probably already knew that. But in case you didn't, you guys are watching the one and only Paid to Drive and Pay to Drive Vlogs, day number 1185 coming at you. Hope all is well. If you are a delivery driver for apps like GrubHub, DoorDash, Postmates, Uber Eats, or any of the others, you should definitely be subscribed to this channel with all notifications turned on, everybody. That's the little bell icon next to the red subscribe button. And of course, let's see if we can get 150 likes on this video. And new thing we're doing, whatever the view count is on this video, if it says 25 views, 2,000 views, just put, hey Pete, I am viewer number 25, or hey Pete, I am viewer number 150. I'll give you a second to do that, and let's jump into it. So, something a little more uplifting for you guys, you know? One of our viewers named Jeff, he asked me specifically do not use his last name, so everyone say thank you, Jeff, in advance. And this video may help you increase your revenue as a DoorDash driver. Tips and tricks from a driver with over 7,000 deliveries. So Jeff writes, "Hey Pete, with all the negativity around driving in the gig economy lately, I thought I would share some of the tips and tricks I use to help other drivers make more money and be successful. I drive for GrubHub, DoorDash, and Uber Eats and have over 7,000 deliveries of experience. Feel free to share with your viewers." And he goes, "As always, first name only." You got it, Jeff. So he says, drivers, what are your earnings in your market? By the way, as I go, answer your questions in the chat or the comments to his questions. So drivers, what are your earnings in your market? Sharing my expert tips and tricks to make more. I drive Monday through Friday, 2 shifts, lunch and dinner, 11 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. and 5 p.m. to 8:30 p.m., 7 hours a day. I no longer work weekends, as that is my family and personal time. I used to schedule my shifts on GrubHub and slip in 2 or 3 DoorDash deliveries in between. With the new GrubHub no-tip policy, I have switched to scheduling on DoorDash for these shifts and slip in 2 to 3 GrubHub deliveries in between. This has caused my income to increase by about 20%. I know my area, the San Francisco Bay Area, is one of the best markets to drive in, so my situation is probably not a great comparison for all markets. When GrubHub was my primary focus, I would make $200 to $210 per day, $100 working lunch, 11 a.m. to 2:30 p.m., and $100 working dinner, 5 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Now switching to DoorDash as my primary, I make $230 to $240 per day, which is really good. I didn't make this amount at first because in the beginning, due to lack of experience, I would just take every order sent to me and only drive for one company. Now that I have over 7,000 deliveries, here are some of the things that I have learned. Here are the tips and tricks. Everybody comment tips and tricks right now in the chat. I'll give you a second, or in the comments. See, nobody did it. Number 1, register for multiple companies. DoorDash, GrubHub, Uber Eats are my 3 choices. If you have been driving for a while, we all know that DoorDash and other services can go down, and we are left sitting around getting no orders and losing money. When this happens, you can simply switch on another app and continue delivering. Exactly. Number 2, multi-apping is a way after you have some delivery experience under your belt to increase income, but do it right. Don't try and take an order from more than one company at a time. I've even said this so many times. It's not worth getting deactivated and doesn't increase your income. Take the best order and pause the other apps while delivering that order. You can, however, unpause the other apps again when you are a couple of blocks away from your delivery drop-off so that you are open again to receive and pick the next best available order. Exactly how I've said it. Number 3, multi-apping also helps with orders that take you out of your delivery zone. With DoorDash, when they give you an order that takes you out of your default delivery zone, they won't give you another order until you drive back to your delivery zone. This causes you to lose time and money driving back to your zone to get another order. If you multi-app, you can drop off your order that is out of your zone and turn on another app to get an order in the zone you're currently in. This can considerably boost your earnings. 3B, exception to the don't try to take an order from more than one company at a time multi-app rule. Ask for an honest wait time for an order that is not ready. If the restaurant says 20 minutes, for example, turn on another app and accept quick, short deliveries and then return to pick up the previous order. I've even done that before myself when you know those restaurants that take a long time. Number 4, learn what orders to take and not to take. This one is a big one, folks. I know it's hard when an order comes in for $14 to not take it, but there are times when that is exactly what you should do. Example, you get a $14 delivery request, but before accepting, look where it is and how many miles away it is. I never take anything that is $1 a mile, $14 to go 14 miles or more. Usually my average is about 50 to 60% miles to payment offered. So at the end of a 4-hour shift, if I made $100, I drove about 50 to 60 miles, or 50% to 60% miles to dollars earned. Using this ratio, it's quick to see an order that comes in and decide. It's amazing how this sounds like exactly what I do. Example, $7 $7 order comes in and distance is 8 miles. Decline. Excuse me. Miles driven is greater than dollars given. Should coin that phrase. Also, if the delivery takes you too far out of your area where the hotspots are, it's not worth the time and money. You will lose by having to drive back to a good restaurant zone that you need to be in to get good orders. Number 5, be aware of traffic conditions at different times of the day. In my area, I never take orders where I have to take the freeway and can't take side roads between 5 p.m. to 6:45 p.m. This is because I will sit in commute traffic for way too long, losing money. I just refuse those orders and take another one, unless the money is about it is so large that it's worth the traffic. Number 6, know your restaurants and how they will affect your income. Fast food usually doesn't tip well, whereas sushi, steakhouses, and Italian do. Also, I've learned that not always, but more times than not, fast food tends to be more apartment deliveries that eat up time walking around to deliver the food, whereas houses are a quick drop-off and on to your next order. He's very true about this, very honest. This is also why I like to drive in areas that are more affluential, more high-end restaurants, large orders, better tips, and mostly houses. The apps have their hot zones based on orders, but more important is for you to know your tip zones. Some areas have more high-end homes than others, and high-end homeowners tend to tip better. Not always, but you know what he says. Especially during dinner hours. You have a choice to work in an area with lots of fast food pizza orders to apartments and lower cost homes, or work in an area with more high-end homes and orders that tend to be larger with bigger tips. Number 8, always circle back to your good zones. Never sit and wait for your next order as you do a drop-off. Always start driving back to your zone. Once you learn the area you work in, you will know better than the app where to drive back to. I have certain routes I take that go by key sushi and higher end restaurants on my way back downtown to the downtown area. Let's see. Okay, number 9, don't go looking for promo in your normal delivery area. If a promo hits your area, fantastic, but don't drive out of your area trying to find a $5 per order promo. Driving in an area you are not an expert in costs you time and money, and you will lose more than the extra $5 per order you get. Number 10, refuse all orders below $6 no matter what the distance. It's not worth it. Chances are if you don't accept it, you will soon get a better order that will make up for not taking these lowball orders. Teach DoorDash, GrubHub, and Uber that they need to raise the price on these horrible orders because drivers will not take them. Everybody in the chat or comments, put what is the lowest payout you'll take. For me, it's always $5 or $6. Customer communication is number 11. Messaging customers increase tip possibility. I always message customers saying that I've picked up your order and I'm on my way, or the restaurant's backed up and I'm waiting for your order, etc. Customers love this, and many times have given me a cash tip or added a tip after the delivery, specifically stating that I'm one of the very few drivers that has taken the time to text them with a status update. Me personally, I always contact my customers. You know, keep them happy. Let them know what's going on. Number 12, very important. Never argue. Say nothing. Sorry to hear that, or sorry for any inconvenience. Arguing will never help you and can get you deactivated. Also, if a customer is very angry or has a problem, you should call support and let them know the situation before the customer does. And super important, take pictures that show the house or apartment number after every delivery left at a door and text them saying delivered as instructed with the picture. This will save you if a customer calls and says they never got their food. Especially now with all the fraud, absolutely. Companion apps, number 13. I set the DoorDash map to Waze. So do I. GrubHub map to Google Maps, but I set mine to Waze. And Uber is the built-in app. I still use Waze. This way, when I'm multi-apping, it's much easier to keep track of which order I'm on. Okay, so he has it for the different ones. Everlance is a great app for keeping track of your mileage for taxes at the end of the year, and its reports are IRS approved. It works seamlessly in the background, and you don't have to think about it. 14, delivery gear. Good equipment makes your life so much easier. I use a dash mount wireless charger holder for my iPhone, which makes it easy to grab your phone. But yeah, you guys know about that stuff. Let's see. Also, I no longer use those red or black food tote bags. Instead, I keep a catering bag in my trunk. I just pick up the food, pop the trunk when I get back to the car, and put the food in the catering bag. I also keep a drink holder in my catering bag so everything is safe and secure. Number 15, bring a passenger when you want. My wife likes to ride with me a couple of times a week on my dinner runs. We have great conversations, listen to music, and best of all, you can double park. No pay meters or use loading zones without the worry of a ticket since there's someone in your car. I've had my girlfriend sit in the passenger seat for me, and I work in a city area, so this is true. Last but not least, drive a Prius or a hybrid electric vehicle. So they're basically saying try and use something as fuel efficient as possible. Because I know this was kind of long. If you have any additional tips, please share. I'm also very curious to know what people are making in their markets. Hopefully the tips I've shared can help you make more money delivering. Jeff, thank you very much for this. Everyone, please say thank you to Jeff for taking the time to write all of this for us. I hope you learned a couple of things because everything this man said is true. I follow pretty much all of them myself. So I approve. It's Pay to Drive approved. So if you guys ever have anything you want to send me, send it to PaidToDriveStories@gmail.com. So in the comments, add your tips if in case Jeff missed any or I missed any. And also, I guess, do you agree with what he was saying? Do you disagree? Let me know down below in the comments or the chat. And of course, everybody, I do want to take this time to thank all of our patrons over at patreon.com/PaidToDrive, especially BBA Master Yoda Nottingham. If you hear your name, say, hey, I heard my name, Pete. Brian Pomeroy, Heidi Barnes, Kurt Paul, Tulsa Todd, William Boudreau, Alan G. Van Horn, Drew Hanor, Frank Haviland, Jason Casta, Justin Case, Katie Coppin, Sarah Keston, Scott Freisner, Sherry Cassidy, Stephen Neely, Fernando Carranza, Lulu Laura, Jenny Thomas, John Bonacci, Kimberly Thomas, Matt Epperson, Nick G., Terrence Pacheco, and Terry DeLong. If you guys want to sign up, links in the description and in the pinned top comment. Don't wait. Click now. And of course, please make sure you are saving money with the Get Upside gas app. I cannot stress this enough. Comment 333 if you're on it, 444 if you're not. Links down below. It's a free app for your smartphone. All you have to do is pump your gas, print out your receipt, take a picture of your receipt with the Get Upside gas app, and within 48 hours or so, you'll get anywhere from 15 cents to 45 cents a gallon back, which is pretty fantastic. And if a friend or family member signs up using your code, you'll get paid every time they pump gas. It's called Get Upside. Links in the description down below. Please make sure to download it. And of course, check out PaidToDriveStore.com for t-shirts and hoodies. All on sale right now, PaidToDriveStore.com. That's it for me, everybody. If you made it to the end, comment end 309, and subscribe with all notifications on, and hit that like button because I know you didn't do it yet, and I know you didn't subscribe yet, but you should do it. Anyway, thank you, Jeff. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Get that money, get that honey. Keep hustling, keep bustling, and we'll see you guys next time right here on Pay to Drive and Pay to Drive Vlogs. A little good news for you for a change. Mahalo, everybody. Peace.